Warning, the podcast you're about to hear has a unique conservative perspective and may be politically incorrect, containing some controversy in its message. This episode may speak out against liberalism, socialism, the dark state, and religious organizations. It is possible that evil in politics, education, law, society, and religion will be discussed and exposed. However, we believe this podcast adds truth and value to a mature, disenfranchised audience who may be tired of apostate religions and wicked world systems. Listeners who are easily offended, overly sensitive, or have progressive leanings sympathetic to the topics we expose should be forewarned not to listen any further. We thank both those who choose to listen as well as those who choose not to listen. You've been warned. And now, let us get on with the show.
I especially thank those who choose not to listen because they suck. They suck.
Well, as you know, it's Freedom Friday, and today's date is July 5th, 2019.
You know what, Ms. KAPOW? Satan is a big, fat liar.
He's a liar.
And everything about that guy, everything about that fallen loser, Lucy in the sky angel is about a lie. This place down here is nothing more than a proving ground for humans to find their way to the Creator God.
Amen.
And this stupid, idiot, fallen angel, punk liar has created a matrix of a system that's so phony, it's so bred in circus, it's so stupid, it's so ridiculous that he has blinded the vast majority of human beings, and he's leading them into an eternal destruction that will last forever, pain and punishment forever, because they have given up that eternity for a few short, stupid, worthless years down here in the proving ground. Really? What a liar. I hate that guy.
And he has come to kill, steal, and destroy.
And that's what he does, and he is efficient at it, and he's done a great job at deceiving so many humans. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Including those who hang on to a religion, hang on to their church, or whatever they're doing. If they have not totally submitted unto the law of God through the Lord Jesus Christ and found that narrow way out, if they're still involved in the world and the love and lust of the flesh, you're no different. They are no different than those who have not found the gate, because they have not found the gate. It's a hard one, folks. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Disgusting. So we've got a lot of disgusting things to talk about because the party train has come, and it's indeed, the whole thing is just collapsing, and everybody that can get their head out of their Facebook or Twitter account, you know, or the USA soccer team, or you get your head out of that for like 5 seconds. Everybody, you just could see it collapsing.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
My gosh, I can't tell you the conversations I have with people who are not believers, but they're intelligent human beings, and they know that it's changed so much within the last year or within this last 6 months.
Yep.
I mean, incredible changes, and they don't know why or how, or they don't know what to do about it. They're just feeling pure frustration.
They're perplexed.
Yes, they're perplexed, and they're angry, and they're just beside themselves because they can't understand how in the world could all this stuff, politically, economically, weather-wise, be going on. You know, and they don't understand who these new humans are. They don't understand that they're not human. See, and when you don't understand these things, it gets very frustrating because there's nothing you can do about it, you know. But these people see that something is wrong. It's not normal anymore.
That's right.
Party train is come. The party train is come, and only with my eyes am I going to see the destruction of the wicked and let them kill each other. Amazing. Mm-hmm. And you know what? And if we're fortunate enough, we can get out of here sometime soon.
Amen.
You got a scripture, Mr. KAPOW?
Yes, we're going to start in Mark 13:8. And it says, nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be earthquakes in various places as well as famines. These are the beginning of birth pangs. Then I'm going to Romans 8:22, and it says, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And then Isaiah 13:6 says, howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Recently, spiritual attacks on innocent people have increased considerably. This is partly due to society's transformation into a satanic cult. Most people are clueless or hopeless in combating this spiritual mayhem. We wish to offer 2 good books to overcome these attacks. First, Demons in My Marriage Bed, a true story of spiritual warfare, offers one of the most effective training systems in combating spiritual darkness in order to gain personal freedom. Second, Eyes to See Unseen Enemies teaches how to see the hidden dangers which are all around us, even in places we would least expect them. Both books can be purchased on Amazon.com as a paperback or ebook. It is our desire that you will take advantage of these opportunities to increase your effectiveness in spiritual warfare and learn how to fight back instead of being a victim. We'll see you on the battlefield.
You know, when you women know this, when you begin to have contractions and birth pangs, it ain't long. It's not like months and months for that baby, comes out into the matrix. Mm-mm. It's not weeks. It's not days. Once those birth pangs happen, it's coming.
Yep.
Pangs are here. The party train has come.
Amen.
I'm
Thank you,
serious.
Jesus.
Man, it is so unusual out there. It is so dark, so demonic, such a takeover. Whatever humans are left get deceived and distracted from their eternal destiny, to live eternally, come back to their Creator God, to their Father. Man, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
And you know what? Everybody has a chance. Everybody hears the gospel just by looking up at nature.
That's right.
The heavens declare His glory. Everybody has a chance. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, there's not going to be anybody on the judgment that says, you know what, if had I known.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like that. That's why there's no more pity. There's no more tears. There's no more feeling sorry, and you can't pray for them. Mm-mm. There's nothing you can do.
Man has no excuse.
No.
Right?
Once that bell rings, it rings. And it could ring for anybody, like within the next second. Mm-hmm. Your heart could just stop beating. Space junk could come through your roof. Who knows? Your cat can attack you and kill you. It doesn't have to be, the coming of the Lord. Man, we're really on fragile ground here.
That's true.
It's really fragile. The humans don't know how fragile this is. And it's just such a short wisp of smoke. Mm-hmm. It's just such a short time. My God. Good Lord, have mercy on us.
Amen. Yes.
First story of the day. Witches were first feminist, says Paris Haute Couture star. Now, I'm not cool and hip. I'm not a cool, hip French dude in skinny jeans. So I don't know how to pronounce this word, haute couture. So I'm going to say haute couture. I didn't even know what it was until I read the article. And apparently, haute couture show is legally, mind you, only allowed to be done in France, and only a few people can do these shows by law. So it's a big, huge satanic thing. So this guy that this story's about is a big cheese. He's a big guy. He's a big thing, whoever he is. He's one of the top guys.
French designer.
Yeah. His name is Julien Fournier. Fornication. I don't know. Something like that. But anyway, he says that witches are trailblazing feminists, and he declares it in this Paris haute couture show.
Yuck.
French designer Julien Fournier hailed witches as proto-feminist trailblazers who sent shivers through the patriarchy as he staged his Paris haute couture show in a church on Tuesday. Now, it didn't say an abandoned church. It didn't say a church that is no longer a church. These people were able to get this church to hold a show in. Just keep that in your mind. He's flamboyant, which means he's gay as a $2 bill. The flamboyant courtier who believes that women should learn to love their curves. Yeah, because a lot of women I meet, the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, "Hi, my name is Paul. You're Karen?" And she'll say, "I hate my curves." That's all they talk about is their curves. Yeah, that's a thing, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, and knows how to make the best of them. He sent out a run of models of all ages and shapes and corsets, killer heels and hip-hugging skirts. Oh,
wow.
Fantastic. Oh, what a great life you guys have in Potty. What a great life.
But then when you look what those models are actually wearing, you're thinking, oh, when can we wear that? It's not even practical.
No, because they're just stupid. They're just brain dead, whatever they were, ex-humans. I don't know what they are. He calls his collection First Spell.
Wow. See? Big.
First Spell. He said he took his inspiration from witches who knew how to control their destiny.
Oh, wow. Jesus. Oh, my goodness.
Here's what he says. Men have always wanted to strangle women's destiny and emancipation. I know I have. Since the day I was born, I think the first words out of my mouth wasn't mama or goo goo gaga. My first words in my mouth was, "Come here, I'm going to strangle your destiny and emancipate you. Because I'm a man."
Sounds like a man-hater.
I'm a man.
Statement.
Yeah, well, it's coming from a gay guy. It's a fashion designer. Just keep that in mind. He says that we no longer can accept that because men have always, this is a statement, all men have always, every single man always wanted to strangle a woman's destiny, emancipation. You know I have with you, Miss KAPOW. I was like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do in life? And you said, well, I want to do this and that. And I go, no!
Well, I want to watch my curves.
That you can do. You want to watch your curves? Go ahead. Curve around. And he added, railing against the recent passing of restrictive abortion laws by some states in the United States. Now, here's a gay guy in France wearing skinny jeans and mousse in his hair. He's a fashion designer. Talking about a country he doesn't even live in.
Yeah, he knows so much about it.
Yeah. Hey, what's that? That's a can. Oh, it's a can of shut the hell up. Why don't you open it up? Fournier. Shut up. Shut up. Well, you don't even have anything to do with what's going on over here. Shut up. Here's what he says. I have always found witches stimulating. I'm sure his mama was. His gay lover is. Haute couture, they love that word because it's all over this article. Haute couture and magic share a taste for accumulated experience. That word, experience. And tricks of the trade. Official education often does not appreciate this kind of knowledge. What's he talking about? He's talking about that deep occult witchcraft sorcery that was taught to human beings by the fallen ones. It's in Enoch. It's in Book of Jubilees.
That's right.
Yeah. Said the designer. Now, here's a dude. He studied anatomy and he trained as a doctor before finding his true passion in fashion.
Don't you find that interesting? I mean, that's kind of like strange.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, honestly, okay. I got a degree in behavioral science, right? A negotiation, conflict management, right, from university. Mm-hmm. But before, when I first went to college, I took psychology courses because I was interested in psychology, right? Mm-hmm. But I didn't stick with that. I got a real job. And so, I mean, I can honestly say, if you were to say, it's like I trained, Brother KAPOW trained in psychology. I trained in psychological stuff. I can say that, right? Mm-hmm. Well, just because he studied anatomy and trained as a doctor don't mean he was going to become one.
Right.
I'm just saying, it's just everything is just lying crap. Fournier transformed a Protestant church. It doesn't say anything that it used to be. It's no longer a church, a Protestant church. It didn't say what church it is. But he transformed a current Protestant church in a chic street in central Paris into a catwalk with fashionitas huddled on wooden pews. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
And the name of his show was First Spell, and it's all about witches.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? What does that tell you about the Protestant church?
Yep.
They wanted a mix of striking silhouettes and gothic noir, padded shoulders, military jackets, paraded along billowing Edwardian skirts. Oh, this sounds fantastic. I can't believe I missed this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather like put a pencil in my ear.
And then it says that he's encouraging his models to flounce, twirl, and show their personalities to the cameras.
Oh.
Sounds very festive, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yes. He's a smart guy. Here's what he says. Check out this intelligence he has. He says, we're living in a time of truth, of freedom, of expose your pig.
Now, what does that mean?
Who knows? And he declared that while he slapped the wall for emphasis. Call out your pig. It's a social media campaign. I guess, it's Dub Francis #MeToo. So call out your pig as your man. Expose the man who did bad things to you. I guess that's what that means, right? Yeah. It says it's a social media campaign. Dub Francis #MeToo. Which is Me Too. That's what that's all about.
Yep.
I was touched too. I think Miss KAPOW, were you delivered by a male or a female doctor?
Male.
Really? So did he slap your butt when you came out? Get you crying?
Probably did.
Well, don't you think you've been harassed by the misogynic male that was trying to strangle your destiny since your birth?
Probably.
I bet you if you called, that's the pig you need to call out.
Yeah,
call out your pig, Miss KAPOW. Be brave.
Oink, oink.
Wear rainbow stuff and be brave and call out your pig.
That's Fucci.
You can't call me out because I'm on your side. I'm a gay French guy. It touched a nerve in the country who's long too soft on sexual harassment. Wasn't France kind of known for being like, French women? I mean, I'm not saying they are, but, was it like the reputation of,
yeah, they liked beautiful
sex
women
and all that crap? Yeah.
Well, what country really isn't?
South Africa's not. Hello. That's the first one I can come on. I don't know.
You're silly.
Anyway, so he says that he loves witches and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And anyway, he says, you don't come to me just to buy your dress. You come to me to buy your own style.
Oh, brother. And that's going to cost a pretty penny.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, witches are the first feminists. He's very pro that. Now, to me, double Paul here, I think witches and feminists are one and the same thing, based by this guy, making that statement himself. Okay. Cuckoo, California.
Oh, my goodness.
I am so glad I fled this state at 100 miles an hour.
Never looking back.
No.
And no regrets.
I've never gone back to it in
Never
4
want to go back.
years. Haven't even gotten near it in 4 years. We had lunch with a friend the other day, and he was talking about a friend of his who went to go buy some ammo here in Nevada.
Yep.
And he says they're making Nevadans show ID to buy the ammo. I don't know if this is true, but this is what he said, his friend said. And I go, what? Why would you have to show ID here? To make sure that you're a resident of Nevada. He says because people from California were coming here to buy ammo because it's, they made it illegal over there. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of restrictions now, so it's not easy to get them.
So I thought, well, that makes sense because if I was in California, I needed ammo. That's what I would do. I'd go to the Arizona border or, take a vacation in Mesquite, Nevada, and go buy some ammo and come back. So, but apparently over here they're checking IDs to make sure that doesn't happen. I don't know why, but they are. At least that's what he experienced. So, here's what happened in a nutshell. Sacramento, California. California has a new ammunition background check law, and it began last Monday, and it was horrible. It screwed everything up. It didn't work. It crashed. They lost customers. Big, major pain in the butt. Of course, they're going to make it as hard as they can. Mm-hmm. And Ms. KAPOW is my witness. I have said this for years, literally years. Why attack guns and the Second Amendment? Why do that? If you want to get rid of guns or people able to defend themselves using these weapons, attack the ammunition. Mm-hmm. If there's no ammunition, your guns are useless.
Exactly.
And of course, the other way to do it is make laws that, you can use it, but if you do use it, the consequences are going to be so hellacious that you wish to God you were never born, And that's what California's done. But, I'm telling you what, so you would think that you would go to California, drive around, and there's no shootings whatsoever, and no one has a gun. But nay. All the gang members and all the crooks, crazy people, they all have guns. They all do. Because they steal them from the regular people. And criminals, I don't think are really concerned about ID checks buying ammo for some reason, But voters in 2016 approved a bill requiring criminal background checks for every ammunition purchase. Yeah. And the state's latest attempt to deter gun violence took effect Monday. Vendors, the length of California, were frustrated by online snags, including their inability to readily log in to a new system that is supposed to let them background check customers with the state. Though some put it down as a predictable learning curve, most said it sucked, and they couldn't, because they lost customers, people were turned away, punishing innocent people, blah, 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 blah. Pages, they said there's pages of paperwork. Mm-mm. One guy, a gun store owner, says, I can't believe the amount of paper it wastes. This is one transaction for 2 types of ammo was almost 8 pages long.
That's ridiculous. So they're trying to make it so difficult and so frustrating.
Yeah. And this one guy who owns an indoor shooting range says he'd had to turn away customers because he had no guidance on how to log onto the state system. And customers are allowed to buy ammunition to shoot at his range. They just can't take any home without a background check. Mm-mm. Wow.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Most of them said that it was very confusing. Very bad. So anyway, what's the deal on that? Well, the deal is it's all control. It's all... Dude, 4th of July, freedom! Mm-hmm. Anybody who believes they live in freedom has been so blinded
Yep.
by the God of this world. Dude, we're just slaves. We're just domesticated animals.
Yep.
Go out and try to grow your own food. Go out and try to live off the land. Go out and try not to, I don't want to pay property taxes. I own this. You go yeah. They try to get along without the internet, online banking, Snapchat. Slaves. There's only one way out. You got to look at the eternal.
It's exactly.
Yeah, because this is not working.
Mm-mm.
Love has no age.
Oh, this is a horrible story.
This was sent to me by my good friend Juan Mondero.
Thank you, Juan.
Yeah, he said some good stuff here. This is Love Has No Age. The push to normalize pedophilia and place it under the LGBTQ umbrella increases with child love Snapchat filters and pedophile performance art. In fact, he sent me another article. I didn't have time to post it for today, where the drag queens at a library, I think it was in Oregon, were the part of the performance art of a drag queen was to have these little kids lay on top of them.
Oh, yeah.
And so this particular article talks about something similar, but the guy's naked doing performance art. So there's some sick parents out there.
Would even allow that, would not protect their children from this.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I don't, I'd be hard to see, without wanting to throw a chair in there. Let's see. For Snapchat, now I don't have Snapchat. I never would, you know what I mean? I'm just too old for this nonsense. Nor would I want to get involved in a satanic system. This stuff is so, in the world, this kind of, it's unbelievable. So I can't speak from personal experience, but what I've seen, is they have these filters. So you take pictures and you could use these different filters and, do things. So they have this filter. In the campaign, they had a campaign that says love has no labels. Now, June was
Pride Month.
Pride becomes before the fall. Mm-hmm. Lucifer was a prideful fallen angel. God hates the haughty pride heart. All of that. Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and call our sinful movement pride.
Yep, makes sense.
and put rainbows on it. And so, I don't know how long June has been Pride Month. I don't know how long that's happened. I just noticed it this year that it was everywhere. Mm-hmm. Holy cow. Every company, brave companies, by the way, brave, coming out and supporting LGBTQR, R is for retarded. Brave companies from, I don't know, cereal companies to, footwear. I mean, all these corporations were in celebrative, retarded day, 50% off. So they made the whole month this. I couldn't wait till it was over. I'm so sick of rainbows, man. And men kissing each other. And, my goodness. So for this LGBTQR day, it says it might include pedophiles in the campaign for Love Has No Labels held by Snapchat. One of the options was Love Has No Age filter. So I guess these are filters that you can put on your camera to do whatever people on Snapchat do. It says, while this filter appears to be defunct as of June 3rd, some people pointed out the option was available over the weekend of June 1 and 2 before they pulled it. See, I honestly think they test the waters more and more. You know what I mean?
Of course. This is just like Satan to do that.
Yeah, just push it a little bit more and more and more. Pedophilia, we've been saying this for years also. I hate to say I told you so, but we've been saying this for years. This is the next big thing. Pedophilia to be legally accepted and socially accepted. just like the mental illness of transgenderism and homosexuality, sodomy, the whole bit. It's not normal. It's not in nature, and it's an abomination. It's just filth, horrible stuff. But the way where we're at, I mean, I think God's really going to have to apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, holy cow, you guys weren't even close to what America and the rest of the world is. So anyway, Twitter user Ashley St. Clair posted a video of herself with the Love Has No Age filter. The filter had the options to say that love had no gender or race or religion. As part of the mass marketed Pride Month that infiltrates businesses and social media in June. And it certainly did. I saw it everywhere. But age did not seem to fit in the list unless it was meant to justify pedophilia. So in their filter, you could take a picture and it says, love has no gender, right? Love has no race. Love has no religion. There's no boundaries there. But love has no age. See, apparently Fortune, I guess the magazine Fortune 500, reported in 2017 that the disappearing messages that are Snapchat's trademark make it easy for child pornographers to exploit their victims. 41% of underage victims were targeted through Snapchat in the year 2016. So you can imagine what it is like now, 3 years later. Yep.
Now, I looked up when did Pride Month begin.
Thank you.
It says in June of 2000, President Bill Clinton proclaimed the very first Gay and Lesbian Pride Month, according to the Library of Congress. Its purpose was to recognize the joys and sorrows that the gay and lesbian movement has witnessed and the work that remains to be done, and celebrate the progress we have made in creating a society more inclusive and accepting of gays and lesbians. Then in 2009, Barack Obama expanded on the name to be more inclusive, proclaiming June Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Pride Month.
So it was expanded like 11 years ago. It's just for some reason, I just don't remember it being so intense like I did this last. Maybe.
I think it just flew under the radar.
Yeah, and I mean, several things. I mean, maybe personally, but I've been doing this new stuff for years now.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm reading different stuff. But maybe the commercialization of it has now become mainstream, whereas before, like when JCPenney's was celebrating gay Father's Day.
Right.
They took backlash.
And that was around the Obama era.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago. I remember doing a story on that, and that was a big thing. But now companies could come out and go, and it's like, they're cool. Let's go buy their shoes. So maybe that's what I'm seeing. It's more commercialized.
Right.
Yeah, because I think even some of the gays were protesting that. They were disappointed that it used to be for the people, but now it's like commercialism. Kind of like Christmas.
Yep.
Kind of like gay Christmas.
Yuck.
This article says, now the end times begins. That's what that's from. It says, we've been telling you now for some time that LGBTQ will soon be adding a P for pedophile under the protective banner. I agree.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet, but we're closer than you can imagine. Now, of course, they will not be using the term pedophile. You're going to love this. You're going to love this because of all the stigma that it carries. Yeah, pedophilia, all kinds of stigma. And have very wisely changed it to something called MAPS. Isn't that amazing? This is the first time I heard of this, which we are told about here. The word MAPS stands for minor attracted persons, which is a pedophile.
Yeah. See, I remember before we even moved here, we did a story on pedophilia being enacted in the law to protect the pedophiles. But that was like in Europe.
Yeah.
Remember back?
Yes, I do.
The story that we did?
Yes.
And they made it that children that have sex with these perverts are actually are consensual, and so there is no law against that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes.
So, but look at that. That was what, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yep.
And now look how much it's progressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that article.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Europe, the UK or something.
Yeah.
Had legalized this.
This pedophilia.
But you're right. You're right.
To protect the pedophiles.
Mm-hmm. And this thing, this stunt with Snapchat is just to test the waters.
Yeah.
It's to gauge the reactions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how many people are really going to catch it or complain about it. Yeah, that's all it is. It's
testing the waters. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah. So it's a filter. I guess these filters, you could, make your face into an animal or a lion or, something stupid. But now, yeah, love has no age. 4, maps. Not pedophiles, but maps. They are minor attracted persons.
Mm-hmm.
He's a map. What does that mean? Oh, he's attracted to minors.
Yeah. And remember what Jesus says. He goes, and whoever welcomes a little child like this in my name welcomes me. But if anyone causes one of these little ones who believe in me to stumble, it would be better for him to have a large millstone hung around his neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea.
Wow. Yeah. My goodness. That is not kidding around, is it?
No.
Okay.
This is this horrible what they're doing to these children.
I know. God. Whew. Can you imagine the abuse? I don't even want to think about it.
No, I can't.
And then in the same article, you go to São Paulo, Brazil. In São Paulo, where the pedophile community there is very active. There's a lot of maps in São Paulo. Here we see a pedophile engaging in an indecent and disgusting act with a 4-year-old girl as an officially sanctioned exhibit at the São Paulo Museum of Art. And what you have here, and it's a picture of a man laying stark naked. In fact, his junk is blotted out.
Yeah.
He's stark naked. His junk he's on his back. His junk is flying in the wind. And there's a 4-year-old girl with her mother and being encouraged to touch the man's body. And this is called performance art. And it was done in a museum.
Oh, and this is what they say. The bosses behind the work maintain that Schwartz's naked act is in no way erotic, but outraged right-wing politicians and far-right groups have called for the artist to be arrested.
Wow.
No, it's not ironic.
No, not right. No, I just have kids climbing all over your naked body.
Perverted. Ugh.
That's fine. Yeah. That's crazy.
Dear God, this guy's sick.
Whew. That's what I say. The party bus is here. I love listening to people talking about how the end times are coming. Where the beast system is coming.
It's here already.
Yeah. I'm thinking, dude, where have you been? Get your head out of your butt. Look around. It's here. Or I love this where they do a thing on the church or something. They go, apostasy's coming, the great falling away. I'm going, wow. Yeah. You're just now looking at seeing that? I mean, geez, where you been?
Mm-hmm. It's coming.
Or they say it's coming. It's all bad except where I go. It's unbelievable. Speaking of apostasy, and I don't even know if I call these guys apostates. They're just Satanists. They're just rich Satanists like anybody else who's put into fame and fortune. It's the master you serve.
Mm-hmm.
It's the soul it's who you sell your soul to for this brief time down here. It's really unbelievable.
And this is another story we got from Juan Montero, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Juan.
He won't know how much I appreciate it. I want him to know. Are you ready to expletive party tonight? No, those words are by Lady Gaga. So what does Lady Gaga have to do with Joel and Victoria Osteen?
Well,
because Joel Osteen now has his own radio show up there with what's his face? Who's the guy I hate? He's the only one they promote. The guy with the stupid Howard Stern. with the long hair. This stupid Howard Stern. He's the only one that they promote have a talk show. Well, Joel Osteen now has a radio show on Sirius. I don't have to tell you what Sirius means. The company's Sirius. Yeah, probably a lot of you have it in your car. But Sirius is the dog star. It's the blazing star. Look at their logo. It's Satan. It's Lucifer. Their logo's is a dog next to a 5-pointed pentagram. It's a dog star. It's the blazing star. It's Lucifer. It's a fallen angel. That's what this company's all about. So anyway, Joel's on there, and they're having a concert. Lady Gaga's has her own show, concert radio station now or something. And so they go to the red carpet and they pose for Sirius and Pandora merger. Pandora box. I mean,
Hello.
You can't make this stuff up. Mega church speaker and author Joel Osteen and his beautiful, lovely wife, Victoria, were among a number of celebrities. Really? Pastor Osteen's a celebrity? I've been looking at the scriptures and I can't find any of the disciples. Oh, I went to Fox's Books of Martyrs, where they were actually killed for their testimony of Jesus Christ. So because we're reading them in the Fox's Books of Martyrs thousands of years later, I guess they're celebrities, right?
I don't think so.
And guess who he was with? He was a number of celebrities, including
drag queens.
Pastor Osteen and his beautiful pastor wife were among drag queens, actors, and music industry personalities. And they all attended the Sirius XM and Pandora present Lady Gaga at
Guess where? The Apollo. The Apollo. Book of Revelation says the angel has the keys to the bottomless pit, opens it up, and all stuff comes out. In Hebrew, his name is Abaddon, but in Greek, it's Apollyon. Apollo! But let's keep going. The two posed on the carpet for a photograph next to Sirius XM Pandora Lady Gaga backdrop and posted online. Are you ready to blank party tonight? Are we making history? Gaga, whose real name is Stefani Germanata, sounds like a bacteria to me. Really? Can you picture that? I mean, I can go into the doctor and they go, what's wrong with you? I got Stefani Germanata and it's coming out of my rectum. Oh, nasty.
He's looking, I ain't touching your Stefani Germanata. Not with a 10-foot pole and rubber gloves, my friend. So this bacteria named Stefani Germanata asked the crowd as it opened the show, are you effing ready to party? And guess who was there? Pastor Osteen, the leader of the new Christian world. The popular music streaming company had announced last month they would be presenting a special performance to celebrate Sirius, the dog star, and Pandora's box, Greek mythology, coming together in one company. They noted that the concert coincides with World Pride Month, which this year is being celebrated in New York City. So you have Pastor Osteen, Christian extraordinaire, making millions of dollars from just stupid human beings, just ignorant human beings and all sense of the imagination that would buy or read his books or give this idiot any kind of money. He's there with celebrities and drag queens and stuff, and it coincides with World Pride Month.
Oh, my goodness.
I see the appearance of evil, Ms. KAPOW.
Yep.
I see giving Satan place, don't you, Ms. KAPOW?
Yep, unfortunately, yes.
The Daily News reported that the bacteria Germanata performed a selection of her most beloved hits, dancing around in a homoerotic latex fantasy, dropping F-bombs and getting tips from the future by speaking to an avatar-like Gaga figure. I think it's a great place for Pastor Osteen and his beautiful transgendered wife to be. Gaga also spoke of her advocacy of those who identify as homos and transgenders, telling the crowd, "So it's Pride Week, and I wish it could exist 365 days of the year, but I'll take a blank global week." So I guess here in America, we celebrate all month.
Yeah.
Pride Month, but the globe only celebrates 1 week. So that's wrong, Ms. KAPOW. It's not fair.
Well, that's because we're a better country.
Yeah. So the bacteria germinata, I love this article because it never calls her Lady Gaga. It just refers to her as germinata. They just keep using her last name, germinata. I love it. Urged those in the theater and around the world to ask the question,
What is your pronoun?
Because for a lot of people, it's really hard. And their pronouns aren't respected or they're not asked. You know what my pronoun is? Thee, thy, and thou. That's right.
It used to be when you meet somebody, all you would ask them is their name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not their pronoun.
And if you were like in the 70s, you know, and you had one of those mustaches in a bar, you might ask them what their sign was. Hey, baby, what's your sign? But now you go, what's your pronoun? You know? It's they, them, or their. But don't call me what I really is, because it's not right. The bacteria germinata, whose music videos and concerts are often performed in little clothing and are sexually suggestive, sings about homos in her song Born This Way. What a beautiful person. It says, a different lover is not a sin. Believe capital H-I-M. The tune claims, no matter gay, straight, or bi, lesbian, transgendered life, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born to survive. I'm beautiful in my way because God makes no mistakes. Well, he doesn't, not Yahweh, but your Lucy loser God of the sky. He's nothing but a mistake.
Yep, and he gives you a lie that you believe.
Yeah, because you're dumb. A number of drag queens attended the invitation-only event, including Alaska Thunder, blank. So maybe it's Thunder Ass. I don't know. Ginger Minge, Sharon Needles. None of these are their real names, by the way. Aquaria. Shangela Wadley. Yeah. Oh, Adam Lambert was there. Saturday Night Live's Heidi Gardner was there. Michael Douglas, Neil Patrick Harris, and his husband, Bertka, were there. And in the midst of those photographed were Joel and Victoria Osteen, Pastor Osteens. And they posed like the two others adjacent to the Pandora Sirius XM Lady Gaga backdrop.
Now, didn't you say that we could buy the snapshot for what, $400 or something?
Yeah, right here it says Christian News Network can only link to the photograph as it was protected by copyright. So I went to that link because I figured, well, I'll just hijack it and then post it on my Facebook page and let them say something, which I did. And it goes to Getty Images, and they want $400 for this picture of the Pastor Osteens posing with their God.
Ugh.
But you can see it free if you'd like, if you go to Fifth Hook Media Facebook page, and there I posted it for free because I just copied it. The Osteens have their own channel on Sirius XM, which according to its description features daily messages of hope and inspiration.
Ooh, live call-in shows.
With Joel and Victoria.
And special live services.
Ooh. Being connected to the network is likely the reason why they were invited to the event. So anyway, Christian News contacted the ministry, but they were told by a rep that, I don't know anything about it. I just learned about it. You got to speak to Joel himself, and there's just no way you can do that because he's very rich and famous now. Some outlets expressed bewilderment as why the Osteens attended, since it was assumed he opposes homosexuality, which Gaga advocates. But no, because it doesn't matter who likes you, doesn't like you. All that matters is that God likes you.
Exactly.
He accepts you. He approves of you.
Well, see, Osteen he drew criticism in 2013 when he told the Huffington Post that God accepts homosexuals without also mentioning the requirement of repentance.
You know what else he said? When he was asked, he said, absolutely, Olsey replied, I believe that God's breathed his life into every person. We're all on a journey. Nobody's perfect.
Wow.
Oh, Osteen also explained his belief that Christians should exemplify kindness to the world rather than pushing people down. Boy, what a disservice, man. Sitting all these, amazing. Okay, well, there you have it. Buck-toothed, horse-faced Joel and his beautiful transgendered wife singing with Lady Gaga, dancing naked with pedophiles and drag queens. Beautiful world. The party bus has arrived. Get your party favors, folks. It's arrived. Last story, Miss KAPOW. I don't know this young lady, so I'm not going to call her stupid, but her act was stupid.
Yeah, and very unfortunate, too.
It's very sad. Very sad, unfortunate thing that happened. But I wasn't there. I don't know the circumstances, but just what the information I got from this little article, you're like, what?
Yeah, a woman was killed by a train while trying to retrieve her phone from the tracks.
This was in Chicago. What a shock. Chicago's just brilliant. Brilliant. Chicago police are investigating the death of a female who was struck and killed by a train when she walked onto the tracks to retrieve a cell phone she had dropped. So that right there leaves a lot of questions. How did you drop it onto the tracks? Why are you walking on the tracks without knowing the train is coming? I don't know. And then why? The Popos say the incident happened around 12:40 on Thursday afternoon, broad daylight, on the city's south side. This female climbed down onto the tracks from a platform. So she wasn't like walking along the tracks like with a hobo sack, running away from home.
No. So she dropped her phone and then climbed down to go pick it up.
Yeah. And she was hit by a northbound Chicago Transit Authority red line train, which is the worst kind of train to get hit by. Blue lines are much better. Everybody knows that. The female had not been identified. Unknown age. She's dead at the scene. And, of course, they're investigating it.
That's sad.
It's really sad that your pocket computer would cost you your life. It seems an obvious situation. But like I said, I wasn't there. Maybe it wasn't that obvious. You know? Maybe the train ran the stop sign. I don't know. All I know is that I have Stephanie Germanata disease oozing from my toes, and it's like a fungus among us. And I need Pastor Joel to pray for me because I have Germanata. Oh, not any kind of Germanata. I have Stefana Germanata.
That's the worst kind.
It's the worst. It's the worst. Okay, party train is here.
All right.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right.
Ciao, babies.
Good night.
Guy a changed man.